That's something that I think is a huge misconception. People think that all the time. So, okay, before we get started, one more thing that I want to talk about, and it's just a product. My hair, I'm on 2-day hair. I washed my hair yesterday. I did blow dry it, but I didn't do anything to my hair. This is just kind of like what happens when it's natural. It kind of dries in this straight, smooth, beautiful bob, honestly. I can't complain too much. My hair is one of those things that I'm lucky and I feel like I'm cursed all at the same time. Because I have no frizz, I feel like it's so hard for me to get texture into my hair. But also I'm pretty thankful that I can pretty much do whatever I want to my hair, and it's resilient. I mean, you guys see how much I switch it around. I have hair of steel for how platinum it is. So lucky, cursed, whatever you want to call it. It's nice and smooth, but also it's incredibly hard for me to do anything that's like putting a curl or texture or something like that and getting it to look fun because my hair is so fine. Okay, so Young Again. I'm so excited to talk about this oil. So Young Again is Kevin Murphy's oil to give your hair that youthful feeling that it is missing, okay? Just because it's called Young Again, I'm young, don't get me wrong. It doesn't mean that I have to be old to use this, and don't be offended if I have you use this because it's literally made for everybody. I'm not calling you old. But what I am telling you is that your hair is old and you need to make it more vibrant and young with this product. Now, something that's really cool about this is a little bit goes a long way. You can see how much I have on my finger there. This little tiny drop is going to cover my entire head, seriously. I'm gonna take it in between my fingers and on my whole palm, and you guys can see how shiny my fingers are from that. So spreadable. And then I'm going to run it through my ends. My roots don't really need it that much. My ends are where I focus all of my products, especially oils, because they tend to dry out the fastest. I'm looking outside and I'm loving seeing all this snow. I'm such a winter person. All right, so once you guys have that ran through your ends, we can begin the process. Now, yesterday before I let it air dry, I did put a little bit of, I have like a leave-in cream from Amika, if you guys have ever heard of Amika, that I put in. It's just like a heat protectant, and then I let my hair air dry or I blow it into it, so then it's prepped and ready to go for the next day. So this is what I put in before I actually go in with my stylers. Now, something that's really cool about that oil, other than it's really spreadable and you don't have to use a lot, it actually contains something called the Immortelle flower. Now, the Immortelle flower is a yellow flower in the wild, and if you pick it, it actually, when it dies, never loses its color. Now, I think that's amazing because I have vibrant color, so I think that really brings out the vibrancy in my hair. But something else is, it's basically like the flower of youth. It's supposed to bring back that vibrancy or that life to our hair, whether our hair is blue, brown, red, blonde, or purple. It's just one of those products that I use on every single client that's in my chair. Honestly, do you need to use it on every single person? No, but I tend to lighten everyone that sits in my chair, and when you lighten the hair acts a little bit older. So it's just a product that I really love to get a little bit of extra slip. It adds the shine. And something else that's really cool about it is they like to call it kind of like skincare for the hair, right? What do we use on our face when we want to get rid of our wrinkles? We use products for aging, right? What do we use on our hair when it starts to look older or it starts to look frazzled or sensitive, things like that? We're going to use things for aging because that's what helps our skin, so that's also what's going to help our hair. So now that we're on to a good start here, good like 25-minute start, let's quickly style my hair because here's what happens. I have been in quarantine, not quarantine because I'm sick, just quarantine because I'm hanging out. You know, I get to see some of my family, which is really cool. I'm so excited because since I haven't seen anyone, I get to go see my grandpa finally. There's definitely some positives to this. But let me tell you guys, I cannot wait to get my hands back in someone's hair as well. But through this quarantine, what happens to me is I'll be in the middle of drinking my coffee and somebody says, let's FaceTime. Let's do a Zoom meeting. Let's do this. Let's do that. And let's be real. Did you guys see the top knot that was on top of my head when I started this video? That's what my hair looks like every time somebody says, let's do a Zoom meeting. So I've just picked up a couple tips to make my styling go by really fast. And also avoiding Shirley Temple curls and short hair. Those are like two things I want to put together. I want to show you guys how to style a bob fast and avoid Shirley Temple curls. Are they cute? Yeah, they're cute. but not for me. I'm almost 30. I don't want Shirley Temple curls. I want a nice, just like sexy tousled beach bob wave thing, right? I think that's what everybody wants. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna split my hair in half. If you take too small of sections, you will end up with Shirley Temple curls, okay? Now, I use my 2 fingers and I go right in my eyes, split my hair in half this way, and just so you guys can see the back, I'm gonna twist it and I'm gonna clip it up. So, clipping now. Boom, I hope you guys could see that. Then I'm gonna take my flat iron, and my flat iron is at 340 degrees. I do need the heat. My hair doesn't hold curl unless I put a little bit more heat on it. But be very aware that if you guys are using anything over 350 on here that's fine, lightened, something like that, like mine, you're gonna damage it. The only reason I know I can use this is because I can work really fast. If you guys are practicing, start low. Start at like 280. Start on your lowest setting. Once you get the hang of what you're doing, you can crank it up a little bit, but there's no reason to go all the way up to 400, especially if you're not using a heat protectant or things like that. My protectant that I use does protect up to 400 degrees, and then I also have this product in there too, which is giving me a little bit of a barrier as well. If you don't have barriers in your hair, you're literally just exploding your cuticle, which is the outer layer of your hair. You don't want to do that. Over time, you're eventually going to singe your hair, turn it yellow. You can also cause split ends from the amount of heat that you're putting on your hair. So make sure you guys are using the appropriate temperatures. So what I like to do, I always like to pull this part forward, and I'm gonna start right behind my ear. I'm gonna grab a decent sized chunk in there, okay? I'm gonna grab my flat iron, stick it in. I'm gonna curve it, but instead of keep curling, I'm gonna bring it down, and then I'm gonna curl it again and bring it down. Now, do you guys see how my end stayed straight? That's the goal here. I want my ends to be straight. I don't want to have Shirley Temple curls, like I said. So I'm going to go into this side, and I'm going to do it behind this ear too. And once again, I'm going to pull whatever's in front of my ear forward because I don't want to get that yet. I'm grabbing all of this, and you guys can see these are thick sections. I want thick sections right now though, because that's what's going to give me bigger tousled pieces. And you guys can see I just pulled it down a little bit, and we have a straight end. I'm going to attempt to show you guys the back, so let me just turn around. And I'm going to split this in half like this, and I'm just going to kind of remember where this is, muscle memory. I'm going to take this piece, and I'm just going to put a bend in it and pull it down. Then I'm going to take this piece over here, and I'm going to put a bend in it, and I'm going to pull it down. Now, keep in mind, it does not have to be perfect in the back. I don't see the back of my head. Nobody does when they're on FaceTime. But honestly, I just want the texture there. Sorry, I always put my clip on my shirt. So then the next thing I'm gonna do, now my bangs, they just never cooperate. I'm gonna take down this whole half of my head over here, all the way to the back middle, and I'm going to re-clip this up. And I'll show you guys what this looks like. I know this is pretty insane. So you guys can see from here, all the way to the back. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna start curling this back piece first. I'm gonna split it in half like this, twist this off to the side so I know where to grab next. And then, sorry I'm spinning so much, grab this and come up around, and I'm gonna twist and pull through. Okay. Then I'm gonna come over to my side, grab this back corner here. I'm gonna twist, pull down, twist, pull down. Okay, moving forward. Twist, pull down, twist. It's okay if the hair kind of falls out of there. Pull down. That's what you want. You want that just like messy, weird, flippy, sort of straight everywhere pieces. Now I'm gonna alternate, so this one's gonna come towards my face. It doesn't matter really what goes towards your face and what goes away from your face. Not really, but you definitely need to alternate if you wanna have some texture. All right, so see how that piece got really curly? I don't like how curly that is, so I'm actually just gonna separate it. And then something you can do is you can take your flat iron over top a little bit of that piece and see how it changed the texture a little bit. I'm gonna move forward. drop it down, and boom. I'm gonna grab this piece here, forward, drop it down, and bring it through. See how I have that straight end there? And then I am doing the front pieces now. Obviously, you guys can see that. And we all end up with this crazy swoop over when we're in the middle of doing stuff. Down. Okay. I had to just step back and look in my mirror, make sure I'm not looking crazy. All right, so far, this is kind of what I'm working with. I have this sort of like, and I like to throw it around while I'm working with it. Like mess it up, make it cute. See where your curls are falling. If you don't do that kind of stuff, your hair will not turn out good in the end. Now this piece right here is a little curly for me, so I'm just gonna go in, bring my flat iron over top of it. Sweet, I'm gonna have a nice little bend under there now. Also trust it, because that's the under layer, so you just wanna keep moving until you get to the top. Now I'm gonna split this in half. So I have this whole half over here. I'm gonna twist it with my fingers and bring it over. Once again, I told you guys I had a ton of hair. And then in the back here, I'm gonna split this off. And then I'm gonna curl this piece in that same motion. So I'm gonna go twist and bring it through. By the way, you guys, once you get used to this, this is a 10-minute hairstyle. And that's why I tell you, you can definitely do this before a FaceTime or a Zoom call. Get up in the morning, twist your flat iron through your hair, and you have a beautiful style. So we're gonna twist, pull down, twist, pull down, and you guys also, like I said, see how big my sections I'm taking are? You want that because that's what's going to avoid Shirley Temple curls. And we're going to come through here. Don't mind my roots. I have a little bit of color correcting to do in my back here, which is totally okay. All right. And then just so this doesn't end up too curly. Oh yeah, this is exactly what I want. See how it's just that more of a bend and then it's kind of straight in there? All right, so I'm just gonna keep working through that. Now it's funny because so many people ask me how I'm able to do all of this crazy stuff with my hair, and yet I still style it, I put heat on it, all the things that I do to it like constantly. And I'm here to tell you guys, once I style it with heat one day, that's it. Like, she is styled. I am going to braid her the rest of the week. Like, I'm gonna do things with my hair that don't require a lot of maintenance because I like having bright colors, but I also like having hair on my head. And I do have some shorter layers in here that definitely have come from lightning. Like, I can't say that I have absolutely no damage from what I do to my hair. But what I will say is I take great care of it. I don't put a ton of heat on it. I do exactly what I need to. I Malibu it every so often, so that way I'm pulling off all of the stuff that I don't want on my hair. Okay, so now you guys can see I've got my one tousled beautiful bob side, and then I gotta get in here and do this side, which this side will be really fast. And then I'm actually going to give you guys a cute little tip to finish this off today. Now, I'm just grabbing big sections in the back, just like I did on the other side of my bob. I'm going in and I'm curling, bringing it through, giving myself some of those bended, piecey, straight ends. Gonna alternate my curls a little bit through here. And you guys can see as I get towards the front, my sections are just a little bit smaller and they're more vertical. I really like to take the vertical sections because it stretches my curl a lot more. And let's see what we're working with right now. And I'm just looking into a mirror here in front of me. And the only thing I would really adjust about this is how curly this side is. Because I am not the biggest fan of these really, really tight curls around my face. So I'm gonna go in and flat iron this, but it's not really gonna flat iron it. It's just gonna loosen the curl. I'm sorry I keep sniffling, you guys. It's because it's, you know, super warm one day and then we end up with snow. And then over here, okay. And hello. Now, for me, I would totally go on a Zoom call like this. I'd be fine. But if this is going to be something that you're about to wear in public, you can't have flat corners. So I'm gonna go in with about an inch wide section in my crown, but going this way. I'm using a hair cutting comb actually, and I'm going to tease just this tiny bit here in my crown, and then I'm gonna do a little bit right next to it. And I'm just doing a little all the way down this corner. Remember how I said I can't ever get texture in my hair because it's so fine? Do not brush this out. This is what gives me my texture. So literally just go in there, mess it up a bit with your fingers, but that's more so what I want to do with my hair. And then, do you guys see this like weird little, we're gonna fix that. Okay. Nice. And then this is when I go in with touch-up pieces. If I feel like I might need to add a little bit more wave somewhere, curl. If there's something that just isn't laying right or looking right, I'm gonna go back in with that and fix it. This is where I'm also careful because I've already put heat over my hair a few times. So here we go. I've got my straight, wavy, messy bob going on over here. And then on this side, we gotta make it even. So I'm gonna come into this corner and tease the exact same way I did in the other corner. And then I'm gonna shake it down like I did on the other side. And then I'm gonna use a little bit of hairspray to finish this off. So I'm gonna go in with Kevin Murphy Bedroom Hair, which I really like. This is a flexible texturizing spray, is what it says. I like to think of it more as like a tousle spray. So like I can spray this corner, push my hair up, scrunch it a little bit, give it just that little bit of extra texture that it needs without having a ton of weight in my hair. Like with my hair being as fine as it is, it can be really hard sometimes to put hairspray in it without it weighing it down. You guys can see I'm sort of pumping it into the hair. Anything more than that, like you can't breathe when you're around it. Okay, so now I have this nice piecey tousled bob that I can wear anywhere. One more thing though, because I hate hair in my face. Does anybody else hate hair in their face? I'm gonna show you guys a little trick, and this is the last thing for this video. I have a little ribbon here that matches my shirt, and I am going to pull some of my hair back, and I'm gonna pull this up, and I'm gonna look in the mirror really quick so I can do this, but I'm basically just gonna tie this in a little bow, and you can put your bow wherever you want. I don't love it in the very middle. I like it off to the side just a little bit, and then pull this back through your hair, tussle up what you want to behind there, and then you have a cute little wave that reminds me of my childhood in the 90s, and I love it with every little bit of my heart. you have a cute little way to wear your hair. And it might not look easy to do this at first, but do it your first day, and then you have curls every other day of the week, okay? Remember how I said the back doesn't have to look perfect? You guys tell me how the back looks. Maybe it's not amazing, but I will also say that when you rock it, you have that confidence, and it looks great from the front. As long as it still looks similar in the back, you got it, okay? Let me know if you guys have any questions. I am obsessed with styling short hair, so I'm gonna do more of these videos too. I definitely wanna do some with hair accessories as well, and also some things that have like some braids and whatnot. But for now, this is just a nice, messy, tousled bob, okay? Have fun. And I hope you guys got some knowledge about all these products that I love so much. I'm sorry it was so long, but I kind of knew that was gonna happen when I started filming videos. I like to chit chat, so I expected them to be like 40 minutes long. Have a wonderful day, stay safe, and I can't wait to get my hands in everyone's hair in about a week. So if you're looking for an appointment, let me know, because I have some openings coming up here really soon, and I'm really excited to get my hands in hair to do new things for Christmas. If you're feeling red and green, get at me. If you want to have some dimension in your hair, I'm also totally here for that. Whoa, my camera got shaky. But have a great day. Bye.